part of the mini-series, we're going to talk about poultry. So this is a project that can get a little confusing when entering, mostly because there's so many things that you can enter within that project. So the project is poultry. And then in poultry, so I've highlighted in the book the poultry showmanship. So everybody gets to take that and you would decide which bird you want to bring to your showmanship class, and then you'd enter whether you're a junior or senior member of which one of those. So definitely you're going to put your showmanship down, and then you're going to enter your birds. So if you have chickens, you're going to enter, and you can have several of them. And then if you're like, well, I don't know. Okay, so it's a hen because it's over a year, versus if it was under a year, it would be a pullet. So you would decide based on the age of your bird which class it goes down and the sex of the bird, whether it's a cock or a hen. So you might enter, you could have a few chickens that you enter, but you also might have some turkeys or ducks or geese, which somehow got deleted there. Some geese, or maybe you have a different kind of poultry that's not listed, like maybe a peacock. Those would all be in your poultry project. So you could take several birds, but then out of those birds, which one do you want to take to showmanship? And you'd have to decide that for the showmanship class. The other thing that you can take, there's, you could do like a pen of 3 for laying hens, or bring in the eggs, which those would be entered in the 4-H building on Thursday. And so whether they're bantam eggs or standard eggs, you bring 6 of them in a little carton. So those are things that you can enter. And then it's listed as miscellaneous, but it's anything indoor. And this one's kind of messed up because if independent study should actually be its own thing. But so remember, you only get 10 total items. And so with poultry, it can be kind of tough if you have multiple birds. So here's my example. So let's say little Johnny is in poultry, and so he's going to enter junior showmanship, but then he has 3 chickens that he wants to bring. Well, he has a pullet, a hen, and then he has a young pen, and that's a pen of 3. And those are all listed. So in the book, it explains what each of those things are. Then he's got his duck that he wants to bring, his young drake. He's got his young gander, so he's going to enter that with geese. And he has a peacock, so he's going to enter that. And then he's going to bring eggs. So he's entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things at this point. He gets 10, so he could enter 2 more things in indoor. And so he chooses to do his grooming box and his educational display. But let's say he wants to enter 3 things in indoor. He'd have to decide which of these birds he doesn't want to bring. And maybe he says, well, maybe I won't bring my young pen. Maybe I'll just bring my pullet and my hen and then the other birds, and I can enter 1 more thing. So remember, you just get 10 total. But with poultry, there's several birds that people have. Okay, well, if you have any questions about poultry, as always, let us know. But hopefully this answers any questions. And then use your book. It should explain anything, the ages and all of that. All right, thank you.